A few weeks before the COVID-19 pandemic hit Canada and the rest of the world, I received a letter saying that I violated one of the traffic laws. I disputed that. Therefore, I received a letter saying that I must appear at the courthouse at a specific day and time, which is what I did. And upon arriving at the courthouse, I found it to be closed until further notice. Few weeks later, as I started working online and my children started receiving online education too, I thought, why don't we integrate this online concept in the legal system? And also, why don't we fully depend on online interaction in business and commerce? To know if this is possible or beneficial, let's ask some experts.
Often we need a crisis to bring about changes that will improve the system, and there is opportunity for improvement of the court systems. In the civil system, one of the great time wasters, and this means money to the client because you, the listeners, have to pay for this, is delays in the court system. Let me give you a simple example. In the civil system, there are often matters that have to be done pre-trial, and they only involve the lawyers and a judge and the documents. They take about 1 hour, but you have to go to court. Let's say you're a lawyer in Mississauga. You have to travel to Toronto. At least an hour there, an hour back. You have to allow a bit more time because there might be traffic or a problem with the GO train. When you get there in our system, the lawyers have to put on robes, so you have to allow another half hour for that. So you're looking at about 3 hours just for a 1 hour matter before you get to that 1 hour. So you get there, your matter scheduled for 10, you're not heard till 2, there's another 4 hours, you've got 7 hours of time. And that somebody has to pay for it, and somebody is the clients. Now they're billed directly to the clients, right? But it has to be built into the lawyer's overhead. Because remember, that money doesn't go into the lawyer's pocket. There's rent, and the landlord can say, oh, you were 6 hours waiting, I'll forgive the time. They want every cent. And they have staff who have, command good salaries, and so on. Now with technology like Zoom, the lawyers can stay in their office and the court can then contact them. So a 1 hour motion is a 1 hour matter. It will save at least 6 hours of time. That's pretty significant. So it could amount to a reduction in the costs of legal fees for trials. Now, the other area is the prison system. It's just too dangerous to have prisoners locked up in the same kind of format that we have now, which is basically cages, because of this present COVID crisis. So the Norway system, and it's available on the internet, and I suggest you do have a look at it, doesn't treat the prisoners as criminals or people that are outcasts or have to be punished. It's more rehabilitation rather than revenge. And as one of the promoters of that system said, you put people in cages like animals. When they come out, they're going to act like animals. So instead, it looks like a university campus, of course, with a big wall around it, but still, usually in a more remote area, which is good because it's closer to nature. But the buildings too look like, say, university dormitory. It's a small ship's cabin kind of room, but a bed with a desk for studying. And the whole idea is, from the day they get in, is how can we help you adjust to society so you can get out of here and get a productive life? get a job. So teach a trade, get them education, get them some self-respect. And that is to say, they're teaching them things like yoga and meditation, and a lot of lifestyle skills. They can break this pattern of criminality.
We can notice during the previous period, during the COVID-19, that most of the businesses being managed online. This way of managing the business, I can see it in a positive way, that it can save a lot of time and efforts for the employee, and at the same time it can save a lot of cost to the business, but it needs to be managed properly. You have good tools, you have good investments in IT, you have policies, procedures, how you can evaluate the performance of the employees so you can work efficiently and serve your clients in the same way or even better. No doubt it needs a lot of training and investment in this area, and at the same time, as we mentioned, it saves a lot of time and efforts and cost to all parties. We can see that a lot of business has been affected during pandemic time, and we encourage all businesses to have clear business plan with clear objectives. Try to focus on the services or stream lines that can generate more revenue, which been with the trend of the new normal. At the same time, to rationalize their expenses as much as they can and invest in the areas that it need investments that's required during this next period. I can see that during the next period or the new normal, that new alignments, a new merge it required. You can merge or you can work with competitors, or business can complementary to your business to become more stronger during the new normal and after the COVID-19. This is one of the areas that we encourage businesses to consider. In addition, always we encourage to have an expert beside you in terms of financial, operational, marketing, legal. You need these experts working beside you during these difficult times to survive and try to grow with the challenges you have during this period, and to become stronger after COVID-19 and with the new normal.
Like we followed, the changes in the economic, business, and legal systems will not be limited to the introduction of the online component after COVID-19 is over. Because actually, COVID-19 has inspired people working in the legal and economic systems to think of new approaches and introduce new ideas. This is Mohammed Al-Hadari for the Canadian Spectrum.